Alright, so here is the Archicad model that I'll be working with. I'm going to go ahead and just do some editing here on Archicad before I export the model to Lumion and then just have a video animation played out for you. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to delete this door, and then I'm going to go to the floor plan. What I want to do first is to create some sort of door opening there and then have an external door placed in that stead in Lumion when I want to do my animation. So I'm just going to go ahead and look for the door tool. I'm going to select empty door openings. That's exactly what I need. I make my adjustment here. I want the width of that door to be 1 meter. That's 1000 millimeters. I'm going to be working with a height of say 2200. I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. Now just place this door opening just right at this edge. Yeah, alright, that's perfect. Now the next thing I want to do is to create, if I go to my 3D, it's just an opening. Now I don't want to just put a door here. I want to have my door frame to be reflected in this also, so it's not just a bare door just swinging across something that does not have a frame. So I'm going to go back to my floor plan. The first thing I want to do now is to use the morph tool and create the frame for my door. So I'm going to click the morph tool, double click on the morph tool. While it's activated, I'm just going to draw the scale of what I want my morph to look like. Now first of all, let me just take this thing back so it doesn't interfere with, let me just drag this thing back so it doesn't interfere with what we're trying to do there. You might still take it back if you need to, but yeah, so let's just go to the morph tool, click on the morph, and then I already have an idea about how I want the frame to look like in my head. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and replicate it here. So what I want to do is to click on this one. I'm gonna have it as 2 inches, 2 inches to the left, that's 50. And then I take it dark, let's say I go 15. I want something simple, not too serious. Just a small frame that I'm gonna have here. Alright, 15. Just wanna have something a little bit more basic there. Okay. I'm gonna go 20. So that's just this what the morph is going to be looking like, what the door frame rather is going to be looking like. So I'm just going to come here and just extrude out the space for my door frame. So I'm going to click on this, escape first, escape this, select the morph tool, come to this edge, click on the edge here, very close to the frame of the door. That's the door opening now. Click on it, and then I'm going to come to this one, that's the tube selection here. Alright, I'm just going to come to this top, take it here, make sure your alignments are proper so it doesn't just veer off course. Always look at your angle degrees, the one that is 0 there, to ensure is that 0 or 90, so you have something precise. Because if I swing it like this, it's no longer 90, it's now 87, so it might not give me what I'm looking for. I'm just going to go ahead and click here, double click here, and then that's just a frame of what I'm looking for. I'm just going to go ahead and edit the properties there just to have something a bit more custom made. So I'll click on this one, just go and select the wooden material. As a wood material, let's say I'm just going to go with walnut color. Alright, so this is my door frame. Yeah, this is my door frame. Alright, that's excellent. Now let's just edit back what we moved, our concrete facial tool. I think we adjusted this just so we'll have space to see what the morph would look like. Alright, so thank you very much. Let's just move ahead and get right into it. Let's move to Lumion now and start working. Alright, so looking at the door opening, I want to show you the door that I'll be using for this particular video sequence. So if I minimize this, and this is the door that I want to be using, I got this door online. I just had it edited to fit into the space in that door opening that I want to have it. to be worked on. Alright, so let's just go over to Lumion and let's just get right into the video. Now in the Lumion workspace, I've already imported the original model. This is the original model. I already have it imported into the Lumion workspace. So I want to now import the door into this frame. So I'm going to go to import materials. This is the door. I already have it. I already have it loaded into the workspace already. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. I'm going to look for that exact space. I think that's it here. Just have it scaled to fit into my frame. Move. Alright. I think I raised it up a little bit, so I'll just have it down a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so that's my door already loaded into my Lumion workspace. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is to just put the person that I want to be walking through the door. The character that I want to walk through the door is going to have I'm just gonna go ahead, let me just look for a character. Let's say any walking, well, the gesture of the person is already walking. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for, let me just go ahead and use, oh, nobody's walking, yeah. Okay, African man. Alright, walk. I'm just gonna go ahead and rotate it and just have it fit like this. Alright, so this is, let me just place it here. Okay. Alright, so that's the person I need. Alright, so let me go to the video tool and create the sequence that I need. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on movie here. I'm gonna come to record. Let's say I pick an angle that I need. Let's say this angle works. Yeah, this angle works. I probably need about maybe 8 seconds of keyframe. I think 8 seconds should be enough. Maybe too much, but let me just work with it so the sequence is not so fast. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. Now the first thing I want to do is to create my movement of the door first. I'm going to come to effect and I'm going to use the advanced move tool. I'm going to click on that. I come to the edit portion of it. Alright, so this is where we are now. So what I want to do is to set the time for this door to open and then the time for the door to close also. So the first thing I want to do is to come to rotate, because the movement sequence of the door, it's going to rotate, not like the door is going to move. I want it to just rotate at a particular point. So I'm just going to say okay, click on it. Let's say I start the play at half a second, which is this point. The door is going to start opening at half a second. So the first thing I want to do is to click on rotate and select my initial position. Click on it, just have it back to 0. This is my first position. Now I want to just know how long it will take the door to open fully. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, no, I'm keeping my keyframe there. I play it up to, let's say, 3 seconds. That should be enough for the door to open completely. And then at this point, I'm going to pitch this rotation angle to, say, 90 degrees. That's the door is fully open now. And then I'm going to say I let the door to be open for a while and then I close it at the end. So I'm just going to click play. I keep it until, let's say, at this point I want the door to start closing. Let's say at the 6 seconds mark I want the door to start closing. Alright, so now I'm going to come to rotate again. I click it, I define another keyframe, click on it, make sure it's at this exact position that it was before. Keep it there again just to be sure. Then I play it until the end of the video, and then I just have it close back. Now this is a bit close back. Alright, so I think that's it. So the door is going to open at this point, the person is going to walk through, and then the door is going to go ahead and just close back again. I hope this man is fast enough to go through that sequence. Alright, so let's move the character that I have there through that opening, and we have to be precise enough that his movement is going to be to just move through the door at that particular time. We can decide to use mass move for this, or we can still use the advanced move tool. So you can go ahead and click edit, okay. Now the next thing I want to do is to come to select, this is the person that I want to use for this next sequence. So I click on it and then I click on the character. Now first of all, I want to check the time frame. I want him to start moving from this position. It's going to start moving through the door. Let me just see how that works out. So move freely, sorry, move horizontal is what I'm going to use because I don't want him moving anyhow. And then I click on this point. I'm going to start moving from somewhere there. And by the end of the sequence, by 6 seconds, he should have gone through the door, so the door can start closing. And then I click on this and then I just move him through the door. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Hopefully that's not too fast. Alright, so let's see how that works out. Let's click play. Alright, just moving through the door and the door will just close behind him. I think that's perfect. That's what we wanted to do in from the beginning. It just moves through and then the door just closes behind him. Good. Now you notice at the end of the video, just before the door starts closing, the man looks like he's just stopping there. So we're just going to correct that so it doesn't look a bit awkward. You can just have him just move continuously and then the door closing sequence is just going to allow us. So that's, yeah, we should stop seeing him at that point. And I just have this person move. I don't want to open any other door, so what I'm trying to do is to just remove our view from him just standing there after he moves through the door. So let's see how it plays out. Alright, so he moves through the door and then the door just closes. See how it didn't stop like before, so that's just what I wanted, so that's perfect. Alright, I think we've done what we wanted to do. So the next thing I want to do is to just take some time to just change some of the material so I can just render this into a complete 8-second video frame for us to see what the final look would be like. So yes, let me just keep going.